bird that kept flying around the outside, capturing her attention and taking her far away from the melee that was taking place inside the courtroom. "Miss Davis!" The judge aimed her words directly at Dee Dee herself, who was oblivious to the proceedings. Mr. C nudged her leg under the table, out of sight of the judge. Dee Dee made eye contact with him. I'm sorry, Mr. C. You were talking to me?" "You need to be paying attention in here, Deondra," he said, in a deep, serious tone. "This is your life we're fighting to preserve. By the way, it wasn't me talking to you. It was the judge." Dee Dee swung her attention straight to the judge, who was already looking dead at her with a look that said, "Get your head out of the clouds. Young lady, I'm going to give you an opportunity to tell me why I should grant you bail when the state is surely opposed to granting such. Isn't that right, Miss Cole?" The prosecutor stood and spoke, looking at both the judge and Dee Dee. "That is correct, Your Honor." Mr. C looked at Dee Dee, then whispered softly to her, "This is your one shot to make the judge see and hear why you should be set free." He placed his hand under Dee Dee's elbow, which was resting on the dark brown wooden table at which they were seated, and lightly signaled for her to rise to her feet, the proper way to address someone controlling your fate. Dee Dee placed her hand over her face and took a deep breath. She really wasn't too concerned with getting released from jail like she once was, since her brothers weren't around anymore. Life didn't mean as much to her as it once did. J and B were gone, and she knew nothing could bring them back. Another nudge from Mr. C brought Dee Dee back out of her thoughts. She removed her hand from her face to reveal teary eyes. You okay?" Mr. C asked. Dee Dee didn't look Mr. C's way, but she was able to muster a nod out of her head. "Young lady, do you wish to address this court on why you should be granted bail?" the judge asked again, leaning back in her seat and rocking. Dee Dee, dressed in her blue issue county jail jumpsuit with the initials M.C.G. stamped on the back in big letters, rose out of her light brown wooden chair. Even with her eyes puffy and dressed in something so tacky, she still looked good. She wiped her eyes, then raised her head to face the judge, who was waiting patiently to hear what she had to say. "Your Honor," Dee Dee didn't mean for her words to come out incorrect or muffled, but her throat was dry. Her lawyer quickly handed her a glass of water. She took a couple of sips and cleared her throat with a cough. "I'm sorry. I guess I just needed that drink." Then she continued, "Your Honor, I am not guilty of what they got me sitting in that nasty jail for. All I know is that life is taking me through some changes that I feel no one should have to go through. I can remember having two brothers who were always trying to run my life by keeping boys away from me. Now they're gone, and I'm all alone. I realized that they weren't just doing that to be mean or make my life hard, but in fact, all they were doing was looking out for their little sister. Now, how can I tell them how I'm grateful for having them as brothers who went out of their way to show that kind of love and affection?" The tears began flowing once again, only harder this time, and when Mr. C tried to give Dee Dee a tissue, she lightly pushed his hand back. Her feelings were coming out, and she didn't want anything to stop them. She wanted to talk and remember her brothers because, for the first time in her life, she liked talking about them. "If it is your wish, Your Honor, to keep me in that place, then I guess I will have to stay there. And if it is, then I guess I'll probably be better off in jail, seeing as how I'm all alone now." Ronche leapt to her feet and shouted, "Don't say that, Dee Dee. You're not alone." "That's right, Dee Dee." Mia stood and clasped her hand in Ronche's.